Got a blue light on the front.
Oh, shit. That's great.
Oh, my. Welcome back to Worth the Dream. My name is Grim.
And I'm Red. This is your home for whiskey reviews and comebacks.
Don't call it a comeback.
Kim Kardashian?
I'm just... Anyway, all right, so I am back in Arizona for the weekend. I am joining Red. We're firing up the old... Well, we don't have the old setup. I swung by the old house, and oddly enough, they wouldn't let me inside. I asked if we could use the set, and they said, "Who the hell are you?"
Yeah. Cops were almost called, but we got out of there.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you got out of there. I was not with you.
Yeah, I don't know why you said we.
Royal we.
Injecting yourself into the situation.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I do.
So, new setup. Obviously a little weird. We're sitting a lot closer than we usually do.
Yeah. That's all right, because I missed your musk.
I missed you.
I missed you, too. Good to see you, buddy.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you. We do still have the old glasses, though. So.
Yeah, we sure do.
Red glass. Grim glass.
And see, now I thought ahead, because I sent you one of my glasses on the off chance that I come back.
Yep, and now we got it like this.
Yep, like that.
Yeah, just like that.
Just like that.
No words needed.
Anyway, so we were deliberating a little bit of like what we were going to try, and you just so happened to grab when you saw this on the shelf this Henry McKenna 10-year.
Yes, really excited to try it. So not something I see on the shelf very often. So saw it at Total Wine. Figured. It's a bit of a tater bottle, but we'll pick it up.
It's supposed to be delicious.
It's supposed to be delicious. It did win. It did one. It won Bourbon of the Year.
It did one. It did two.
It did maybe even three. Who knows?
Yep.
It won Bourbon of the Year in 2019, and the price went from $30 MSRP to $60 MSRP. So,
yeah.
Bit of a price jump there. I'm not used to talking this much.
It's been a while.
So, fresh pop on this. Ooh. Yeah, fresh pop. Not bad.
Brilliant.
Not bad.
So I don't think I said out loud that this is so it's a 10-year Bottled-in-Bond. So quick recap, if you guys don't remember Bottled-in-Bond, there are some pretty strict rules that need to be met in order to qualify as a Bottled-in-Bond. Don, take it away. Red, take it away.
Red is not prepared.
All right, so your Bottled-in-Bond needs to be the product of a single distillate season. It needs to be aged for a minimum of 4 years in a government-supervised and controlled warehouse, and it needs to be bottled at 100 proof or 50% alcohol.
That sounds correct, Greg.
Ooh.
I like the nose.
You take a good long pull on that, and it starts a little tangy, but then it just smooths out.
Yeah. Definitely getting a lot of like classic bourbon flavors, so caramel, vanilla in there, maybe a little bit of oak. But you're right, there's a tang in there.
Yeah,
it's like a sourdough tang, maybe.
I was thinking more like not quite citrus because it's not sweet. Like it's not like a sweet citrus, but it's that same kind of like that bright crisp flavor of a citrus, and then it just like
I can see that.
It smooths out, like that's the motion that I picture. You have this big bright punch to the front of your nose when you start. But as you pull deeper and deeper, it smooths out. It's satin.
Yeah,
it's pure silk.
I'm almost getting like a breadiness in there.
A little bit, yeah. Like a pound cake.
Ooh, pound cake. I could go for a pound cake right now.
I bet you could.
Good.
Right terminology for it, but
it's been a little while since we've done this together.
Yeah. But considering it's been a while, like.
Oh yeah, let's get to it.
Sanjaba. Ooh.
So I'm going to start on the finish.
I think you have to.
Because that finish came out of nowhere.
Yep.
Spice, oak coming in on the finish with some sweetness coming in.
Still going a little bit.
It was like, here's the palate. Let me go away for a second. And then, I'm back. And that was the finish. It was like a roller coaster coming through.
Because I'll tell you, I didn't get a whole lot up front.
Yeah.
It rests in your mouth for a little bit, but then as soon as that finish starts to kick in, and it rolls in like a thunderstorm.
Yeah. I'm gonna go in for another one.
All right, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Firing from the hip, just like right off the bat, like I don't know if this is one that I've been interested in trying it because, like, again, you said it. It's kind of a tater buy.
Yeah.
And I passed it up at one point. Like I walked past it, I'm like, yeah, it's there now. I'll probably find it again later.
Yeah.
I have not. It's just not. I can't find it.
I saw it once. I'll see it again. So real quick, 78% corn, 12% malted barley, 10% rye. So I think maybe that bready note I was getting on the nose was coming from that barley.
Okay, yeah.
Malted barley, or maybe the rye. I don't know. I guess it's been a little while.
Yeah. So I mean, like 10% is kind of low.
Yeah.
So I'm really not getting a whole lot of rye. I think it would be noticeable if it wasn't there.
Yeah.
But it's not enough to be like really in the forefront, like like any of the rye whiskeys that we have.
It's not like punching you in the mouth with rye spice.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a little bit thin for me. So at 100 proof, maybe I was thinking a little bit more mouthfeel, but this came across kind of thin.
Yeah, I think so.
No, I mean, on the front of the palate, classic bourbon notes. But then, like I said, it's a little bit thin. There's not a lot of complexity going on. But as I'm talking, that finish is still going. Like I'm still breathing out caramel, vanilla, oak, spice.
Yep.
So, I mean, it does last for a little while.
And so, we didn't talk anything about the label or the brand at all, which we usually do. We usually start with that, but we're out of practice.
Thanks for sticking with us.
We've mentioned Heaven Hill a few times, but we haven't actually covered it. But it's mostly just because, like, we've covered other whiskeys where it's rumored that their distillate was made at Heaven Hill, or Heaven Hill had some hand in creating a product. So Henry McKenna is a Heaven Hill. Boybin. Henry McKenna is a Heaven Hill product. An interesting story. So it's actually named after an Irish immigrant that came to America in 1837. Already a very well-established and well-respected whiskey maker.
Yeah.
In the great land of Ira.
Ooh.
Came
the land
over.
of your forefathers.
Oh yeah,
good guy.
So I mean, he was already a well-established whiskey maker, and he came over and decided to pick up the mantle of American bourbon. And in fact, it's actually, if it's not proven to be true, but it's likely that Henry McKenna is actually responsible for the ruling that bourbon needs to be aged in American white oak barrels.
He definitely fought for it.
He insisted on all of his releases that they be aged in American oak for that flavor that it imbues.
Okay, so I add 2 drops of water to this.
Yeah.
Does nothing for me.
All right, fair.
Water. So I maybe brightens it up a little bit. So maybe that rye is coming forward a little bit more, but
yeah.
This is not one that I would add water to.
Overall, all right. So $60. Probably not.
At the old MSRP of $30,
100%.
You guys can't see that I'm going like this. The old MSRP of $30, I think this would be a good buy. At $60, it's a single barrel, so you're taking a little bit of a risk, right? Because every single barrel can differ quite a bit.
Yeah.
This one, I don't know that I would pay $60 for again.
No, I wouldn't. Personally, I wouldn't. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. It just certainly doesn't. It doesn't slap like a $60 bourbon should.
Yeah.
I think anything over like 45, like I really should be like, oh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. No,
monkey brain should kick in and just be like, gimme. I like it. I'm thirsty. So I guess overall thought, I think we're on the same page. Like old MSRP, it's a killer bourbon, but like for $60,
yeah, $60, I would want a little bit more.
It needs just like that. It needs a little.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and again, I have to stress, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong. But at that price point, we've had better.
It's perfectly serviceable.
Yes.
And single barrels will vary quite a bit. So you are taking a little bit of a chance when you go for a single barrel bourbon.
That's true. That's actually, so that's something that we did mention that which might actually be a little more on the kind of unorthodox side for a Bottled-in-Bond for this to be a single barrel.
Yes. The empty glass smell. You know what the empty glass reminds me of?
What's that?
Like a cigar.
Hey, all right. Like a Swisher, sweet.
Like a Swisher sweet. Yeah. Not like a good cigar.
A cigarillo.
Yeah.
Yeah, with
Yeah,
like
like
the
you're-
vanilla dusting on the mouth.
Yeah, you're going to 7-Eleven, you're like, I want a cigar, and the Swishers is all they have.
A wood tip.
Yeah.
One of the sweetened wood tips. Don't. I know what I said. Go ahead.
That's what she said.
Yeah. I think we're about on the same page with that.
I think we're on the same page with this. If
Yeah.
you see this, maybe try it before you buy it. How about that?
Or I mean, this might be one on my list of pick it up at least once. Make
Yeah.
the decision for yourself, but like just be aware that if you're looking for that $60 experience, you might fall a little short for that, but
Yeah.
still, I mean, it's a beautiful bottle. It tastes just fine.
Yeah, and I think that's where I'm at. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Thanks for watching Worth It, Ram.
My name is Grim.
And I'm Red. Remember, no matter how you like your whiskey,
That's the right way.
Wait, do we split that, or we normally say this?
I don't know, actually.
I can't remember.
I can't remember either. That's probably a good stopping point.